right, here we go. Orangeville Flyers versus TNT Tornadoes. Randall in for the face-off. Bouncing puck comes to Gower on the left side. They're bringing it over the blue line. Gower lost it. Corner. Randall steps in, gets it into the near side. Randall spinning behind the goal line. Off the wing to Jeffrey Stedman at the blue line. He winds up, lets a shot go. That was deflected wide. Gower picks up the loose puck behind the Tornadoes net. They'll clear that puck to the near corner. Randall centers it out front for Lunny. He tips it, but missed wide of the net. Tornadoes figure their zone. Lunny back to Jeffrey Stedman at their own blue line. Up the near side for Gower. Tornadoes strip it. They'll dump it into the Flyer zone. Felix back to collect the puck behind his net. He'll bring it out the far side. Felix cuts through some traffic. Poke check by the Tornadoes. They'll shove it back towards the Flyers blue line. Jeffrey Stedman gets it to Andrade in over the blue line. Tornadoes strip it there. Andrade pressuring. DeCamillis fresh off the bench. Tornadoes in over the Flyers blue line. Drop pass. Shot through traffic. Milks makes the pad save. Rebound. He'll hold it for the whistle. Andrade in for the face-off. Into the ref's feet. Tornadoes win it back to the point and then dump it in off the boards behind the net. Savory around the far wing to the blue line. DeCamillis pinching, kicks it, but not out. Tornado dump it back into the Flyers zone. Played around to the near side for Kelly. Kelly to Andrade at the half boards. Back to Kelly in some feet. Andrade to Sloan. Back to Andrade off the boards, but not out. Tornadoes walk through the middle to the far side. Centering attempt. Andrade kicks it, but overskated it. Tornadoes chip it back towards the Flyers net. Savory couldn't get enough of that one. Played across to Sloan. He'll backhand that one to Andrade, who lifts it up through center into the Tornado zone for icing. Flyers getting hemmed in their own zone for a bit there. Nichols steps in to take the face-off for the Flyers. Nichols wins it back. Felix behind his net to the far corner for Telford. Telford, lead pass intended for Hunter. Picked off by the Tornadoes. They'll clear the zone. Telford chips that towards their blue line. Tornadoes send it right back into the Flyers' end. And over the right side, centering attempt. All the way to the far wing. Played in behind the Flyers' net. Tornadoes bring it to the far corner. Nickel pressuring. Kicks it to the blue line before dragging it over. Nickel to Telford in his feet. Could get it over the blue line. Tornadoes bring it right back out. Passed up through center. In over the right wing of the Flyers zone. Felix back to collect it behind his net. They'll bring it out the far side. Lifted to center ice. Tornadoes back in their own end. Nickel pressuring with Telford. Tornadoes bring it down the left wing and over the Flyers blue line. Shot. And he scores. In for the faceoff. In the feet, TNT gets a piece of it back to their own blue line. Lunny pressuring. Randall at the far boards, picked off by the Tornadoes. They'll lift it into the far corner of the Flyers zone. Now to roll around to the near side. Jeffrey Stedman gets it to Randall, settles it down, clears the zone. Poke check. Gower backs him up, shovels it in over the Tornadoes blue line. Played up through center. Lunny and Randall pressuring. Lunny comes up with the puck down the right side. He'll get the blue line. Lunny, drop pass. Randall takes the outside. Gets it to the blue line. Sloan gets run over. Puck comes to center ice. Randall back to pick it up. He hits the brakes, gets bumped. TNT in offside. They'll play it back to their own blue line. Tornadoes, long stretch pass at the Flyers' left wing. They'll get in the zone and chip it to the corner. Sloan trying to send it back to the far corner. Loose puck. Picked up by Randall. He'll bring it out the near side. Poke check by the Tornadoes. Randall on the puck again, up to the half boards. Randall down the left wing through traffic. Gets the zone, but Tornadoes bring it right back out. Risky change. Tornadoes get it back into the Flyer zone. Sloan behind his net. Lunny with a good stick gets it to the near wing. The half boards. Tornadoes still with it. They'll bring it back to the corner. Savory and Lunny. Lunny just overskated it, plays it back to the near side. Kelly battling at the half boards. TNT dumps it back into the corner. Up to Kelly. TNT from the point. Shot. Loved by Milks, and he'll hold that for the whistle. Flyers spending a little bit too much time on their own end. Andretti in for the face-off. One back by the Tornadoes. Quick shot. That went over the net. Roche battling in the far corner. Tornadoes cycling the puck deep in the Flyers zone. Roche around to the far wing for DeCamillis. He gets it to the blue line and out, but gets knocked over in the process. Andretti on the forecheck. Tornadoes back to their blue line. Chipped back in by DeCamillis. TNT up through the middle. The lone man. He'll get the blue line. Steps around the Flyers defense. Shot. They scored another. Nickel in for the faceoff. Won by the Tornadoes. They'll bring it in over the left wing. Shot from out front. Pad saved by Milks. Kicked the rebound to the far corner. Tornadoes back to the point. Thrown on net. That was tipped. Milks with the reaction gets the pad down and clears it out to the far side. Felix clears that to the blue line and out. Telford battling at center ice. Nickel steps in. Tornadoes back in over the blue line. They'll throw it on net. Felix in the far corner chips it up the boards. Telford couldn't come up with it. Tornadoes back in the corner. Felix to the half boards to Nickel. He'll shovel it to the blue line, but Tornadoes keep it in the zone. Flyers try the near side. Jeffrey Stedman to Hunter at the half boards. He'll play that to the blue line, but not out. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. Couldn't clear it. Tornadoes out front. Shot. Milks comes across with the save and holds on to it for the whistle. 3:22 to play in the first period. Randall in for the face-off for the Flyers. So that's to the far boards. Lunny shovels it to the blue line. Lunny and Randall getting tangled up. Tornadoes chip it to the near wing. Randall winds up. Stripped there by the Tornadoes. Randall plays it back to the blue line, but TNT sends it right back out. Lunny picks off that pass in over the blue line. Gets a slash. Shot off the side of the net. Rebound. Lunny to Savory at the point. Savory throws it on net. And the net's off for the whistle. TNT. Alliston. Little Work on the net. Randall steps in to take the face off. One to the corner by the Tornadoes. He'll play it behind the net to the far side. Lunny tries to get it. Sloan at the blue line. Fires it towards the net. That was missed wide to the near corner. Randall pulls it off the boards. Comes out front, kicks it to Gower with the backhand. Steered wide to the far corner by the Tornadoes. Lunny on the puck to the half boards. She'll send it back in deep. Just out of the reach of Gower. Tornadoes fire it to the far side. Sloan pinching, gets it back into the corner. Tornado play to the half boards. They'll pull it off the wall and back up to the blue line, but Randall falling. Gower keeps it in with a nifty move. TNT plays it back up to center. Savory with a skate play keeps it towards the zone. 2 minutes to go in the first period. Tornadoes around the far side. Pass across up through the center. Andretti to Sloan. He'll send that off the far wing. Intended for Deacon Millis. Tornadoes right back in the zone to the far corner. Randall battling. Sloan steps in. Gets it to the near side for Andretti. Andretti battling. Played to the blue line but not out. Tornadoes throw it back up the boards. Deacon Millis able to pass for Randall at center ice. Randall turns and fires it into the end. Hops over the goaltender's stick, goes to the far half boards. Deacon Millis there, but hops over a stick. Felix back at his own blue line, sends it to Roche. He chips it into the Tornadoes' end. TNT plays it up through center. That'll go for icing. Minute 10 to play in the first period. Andretti in for the face-off to Kelly with a quick shot. Hits the net, and the goaltender holds on to that for the whistle. Andretti back in for the face-off. Loose puck, Andretti with the backhand, missed wide. Tornadoes fire it hard around the boards. Roche keeps it there at the half boards. Deacon Millis lays it off to the ref. To behind the net. Andretti, 1 minute to go in the period. Tornadoes to the blue line. That'll come up to center ice. Roche spinning, couldn't find it. Tornadoes lifted into the far corner. Roche lays it off the side of the net. Tornadoes with possession. Get it to the far half boards. Deacon Millis holds it there. Andretti stepping in. Deacon Millis trying to find the way out of the pile. Flyers are going to the penalty box with the delayed penalty. Andretti touches it for the whistle. Deacon Millis to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Won by the Tornadoes all the way out of the zone. That'll roll back to center ice. Telford pressuring. Tornadoes play it off to the right side into the Flyer zone. Sloan clears that to center ice. Tornadoes back in along the boards. Jeffrey Stedman turns and fires that down. That'll get to the Tornadoes' blue line with 2 seconds to go. And that'll do it for the first period. Flyers down by 2 after the first. Hill. Nickel stepping in to start the period. One back by the Tornadoes. Telford pressuring. TNT plays it up to the near side. In over the Flyers blue line, down the left wing. Played around the boards to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman was there. Tornadoes chip it over his stick. And play it to the far half boards. Nickel pressuring. Tornadoes in deep to the corner. Centering attempt. Sloan has it in his feet. Telford fighting it off. Gets it to the blue line, but not out. Tornadoes through traffic. That hits Nickel. Cleared back to the blue line. Tornadoes to the right side. He walks in. Lets a shot go. Milk's got a piece of that. Send it over the net to the near side. Tornadoes still with possession deep in the Flyers' end. They'll play behind the net to the far corner. Tornadoes back to the point. Nickel pressuring. Tornadoes played behind the net to the near side. Tornadoes to the top of the point. Shot. Blocker saved by Milks to the near side. Tornadoes back to the blue line. Telford pressuring. Blocker save again. Nickel. Sloan back to Nickel in the corner. He'll shovel it to Telford. Telford sends that down the ice. Flyers penalty kill or change. Hunter pressuring. TNT played it across to the near wing. Flyers penalty number 18, Colton Gower. Up, he's off down the right side. Lunny in over the blue line. He's got Randall with him. Lunny with the shot. Bad save. Rebound comes to the near corner. Tornadoes bring it up the right side. Long lead pass. Tipped to the far corner of the Flyers territory. Savory pressuring with Lunny. Lunny picks up the loose puck. Gets it to Randall. Randall running out of room. Sends it back to Roche. Played up to the half boards. Lunny clears the puck down the ice to the Tornadoes blue line. Tornadoes in over the Flyers blue line down the middle. Roche stands up as man. Lunny picks up the loose puck off the boards to the blue line, but not out. Tornadoes shot. I think that went off the post. Randall picks up the loose puck. He gets knocked over twice. Clears the zone back in the Flyers territory. Randall trying to kill some time. Unable to clear the zone. Tornadoes. Savory with a good job. Clears it to the blue line, but not out. Lunny pressuring. Picks up the loose puck again. He's down the left side this time. Lunny kicks it through his skates, but runs out of room. Tornadoes in the near corner. They'll bring it up through center in over the Flyers left wing. Coming around the defense. Their front shot. Milks makes a save. Rebound. Picked up by Felix. He'll clear that to the blue line, but not out. Tornadoes, another quick shot. That was deflected. Goes to the far wing. Kelly and Jeffrey Stedman pressuring. Shot. That missed wide. Felix clears it right into the TNT player. Misfired. Loose puck out front. Steered wide by Milks. To the far corner. Tornadoes center it. Shot. Off the mask. That'll go to the far corner. 2 seconds to go in the penalty. Randall picks up the loose puck. Gets it. Felix off the boards to Decamillis at the half boards. He'll get that to Andrade. Andrade with a bit of room. With Kelly in over the blue line. Passed across to Kelly. He stretched for it. Backhand. Tipped in front by TNT. Decamillis in the far corner battling. Tornadoes come up with it. Decamillis with a good stick. Keeps it in deep. He gets run over. Come on! Orangeville refs are doing a great job. Tornadoes play it behind the net to the far side. On the far wing. Savory pinching, keeps it in. Decamillis gets bumped again. Oh, they got this one. I guess they missed the first one. They had to do it twice. So Flyers go to the power play. Not shot. That missed wide. Rebound comes to the near half boards. Tornadoes played to the blue line. Sloan kept it in for a second. Tornadoes clear it. Nickel plays it across to Savory. He'll send it up to Hunter. In over the blue line. Centering pass for Telford. Telford with the shot into the glove and held for the whistle. Nickel back in for the face-off. Wins another one. Savory steered towards the net. Missed just wide. Tornadoes chip that over Sloan and down the right side. Savory back to collect it. He'll take it behind his net to the far corner. Savory cuts back towards the middle to Telford. Telford steps around one, gets it in over the Tornadoes blue line to the far side. Telford steps around, gets it to the corner. Centering pass for Nickel, turning, firing, bad save. Tornadoes to the blue line and out. Roche back to collect it. Roche brings it up through the middle, in over the blue line. Roche end to end. Roche in over the blue line. Backhand. Bad save. Rebound goes to the far corner. Tornadoes pick it up. Gower battling at the half boards with Lunny. Lunny to Gower. Back to Lunny in the corner. Centering pass. Held for the whistle. Gower gets knocked over. 36 seconds to go on the penalty. Randall in for the face-off. One back by the Tornado. They'll play it behind the net to the near side. Lunny at the half boards. Fires it off the stick of the Tornadoes winger. They'll pick up the loose puck and bring it out over the blue line. Randall tries to drag it back in. He's offside. .8:15 to play in the second period. Randall on the draw, ties it up. Tornadoes come up with it. Felix keeps it out, sends it across to Gower. Gower in over the left side. He gets stripped of it, cleared to the blue line and out. Felix back at the Flyers blue line, sends it across to Roche. To Randall. Back to 5 on. Cleared to the blue line and out. Roche gets it to the near wing, bumps his man off, and the Flyers are going back to the box. Backhand shot. Nooks makes the save. Lunny touches it for the whistle, and the Flyers are going to the box for interference. Andrade steps in to take the fit. One to the near corner. Tornadoes send it behind the net to the far side. Jeffrey Stedman gets a piece of it to the blue line and out. Kelly on the forecheck, applying some pressure. Tornadoes. Kelly gets a good job keeping it on the outside. TNT up to the left wing, in over the Flyers blue line to the corner. Drop pass at the half boards. Andrade battling along the boards, gets the puck to the blue line but not out. Shot in the glove of Milks. He'll hold on to that for the whistle. Flyers defense let them come in again. Andrade back in for the face-off. Minute 26 to go on the Flyers penalty. Andrade wins it back. Sloan throws it back into the pile. Andrade gets a piece of it and sends that down. Kelly, he's in to the far corner. Kelly lifts his stick and keeps the puck in deep. Kelly kicks it back to the corner. Just overskates it as he was tied up. Kelly with the puck. Trying to make some room. Doing a good job killing off the penalty one-handedly. Tornadoes come up with the puck. They'll skate it out over the blue line. Down the left wing, in over the Flyers zone. Andrade on his man to the corner. Centering pass. Shot. Oaks catches that one. And holds on for the whistle. 6:08 to play in the second period. .47 seconds to go on the Flyers penalty. DeCamillis steps in for the faceoff. He ties his man up. Tornadoes centering across. Missed everybody. Savory back. Gets it to Hunter at the half boards. Hunter gets stripped of it. Tornadoes come across to the near side. Shot from a steep angle. Milks holds on to it for the whistle. .32 seconds to go on the penalty. DeCamillis back in for the draw. And by the Tornadoes to the near side. DeCamillis pins it. Felix steps in to help. DeCamillis doing a good job holding it along the boards. Tornadoes come up with it back to the point. Laid to the opposite side. He'll walk in. Shot off the blocker at Milks. Cleared to the near half boards. Felix turns and fires that down the ice. Hunter in on the forecheck. Tornadoes played behind the net to the far side. Overs played it. Hunter comes up with it. Back to 5-on-5. Hunter in deep. Plays it back around the far wing to the half. .5:03 to go on the second period. Nickel in for the faceoff. G&T comes up with it in through, trying to split the defense. Jeffrey Stedman clears it to the far wing. Poked at by Gower. He'll clear the zone, but gets tripped up. Gower from his knees gets it to Nickel. Lead pass for Telford in over the left wing. Telford gets jammed at the half boards. Tornadoes lay it up over the left wing to center. Sloan tries to send it in. Tornadoes lift it out over the boards. Nickel in for the faceoff. One back by the Tornadoes. Through center, Gower tried to get a piece of it. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll send it up the left wing. Gower in over the blue line. Plays it back to Nickel, who sends it into the corner for Telford. Centering pass for Gower. He gets a shot off, but missed wide. Tornadoes up to the blue line. Sloan kept it in. Nickel in the corner. Tornadoes to the blue line. They'll send that down. That'll go for icing. I'll take over. I gotta go to the washroom. You don't have to commentate, just. Randall into the faceoff. Money picks up the loose puck, brings it in over the right side, throws it on net. Just bounces wide. Tornadoes pick up the loose puck. They'll dump it down the ice. That'll go for icing. Randall, Trandrady. He plays back to Savory with the shot. Pad save. Cleared out of the way by the Tornadoes. Randall pressuring with Gower in the far corner. Gower comes up with it. Centering attempt off the glass and out of play. 26 seconds to go in the third period or second period. Randall back in for the faceoff. Come back by the Tornadoes. They'll play it behind the net to the far corner. Outlet pass picked up by Randall. He'll bring it right back in the zone. Runs out of room, and Drady keeps that puck in the zone. Misplayed. What's going on here? Andrade from the ice gets it to the far boards. Tornadoes clear that to center ice. Savory turns and dumps it back in with 3 seconds to go in the period. Tornadoes get that out over center, and that'll do it for the second period. Fixing his hair. Photo shoot. Flyers have a little bit of work to do in the third period. Down by 3. Andrade steps in to take the face-off. One back by the Tornadoes. They'll play it off the near wing to the Flyers' blue line and in. Tornadoes to the near corner. Centering pass picked off by Andrade. He'll send that to DeCamillis, who skates it down the right side. DeCamillis through center in over the blue line. Takes it wide, gets steered to the outside. His shot missed. Andrade on the rebound. Plays it back in deep behind the net. Kelly gets bumped. Loose puck sits there. Andrade picks it up in the corner. Andrade plays it back in behind the Tornadoes net. They'll try the far side. Off the ref. Tornadoes up through the middle, picked off by Andrade. He sends that back to DeCamillis, just out of his reach. Pinching for it. Tornadoes send that back on net. Milks plays that to the far corner for Felix. Up to DeCamillis at the half boards. Back to Felix. He'll clear the zone. Felix down the right side, in over the blue line. He's got Kelly with him. Passed across. Missed it. Tornadoes clear that back into the Flyers zone. Roche sends it out the far side. Tornadoes pick it up in the linesman's feet, or the referee's feet rather. Andrade and DeCamillis battling for it. Played back to Roche to Felix. Felix reaching for it, gets it to Nickel. Nickel gets center ice, he chips it into the zone. Tornadoes are on it. They'll play behind the net to the far corner as the rest of the Flyers change. Here to the Flyers blue line. Sloan kicks it. Gets it to Telford, who shovels it towards the Tornadoes blue line. Back to Sloan. Tornadoes back at the blue line. Sloan gets to Nickel. Backhand pass to Hunter and over the misplayed. Played back to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman turns and fires it on net. Just under 13 minutes to play in the third. Telford pressuring. Centering attempt. Hits a foot. Nickel hauls his man down. Picks up the loose puck in the corner. Nickel behind the net. Walks out front. Quick shot. Goaltender got a piece of it to keep it out. Tornadoes played around the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman dumps it along the boards. The half boards kept it in. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll backhand that. Telford picks up the loose puck. Steers towards the net. Nickel with a backhand. He gets taken down. Sloan pinching, keeps it in. Hunter comes to the near wing, lets a shot go. Rubbed by the Tornadoes goaltender for the whistle. Both teams changing all 5. 12-12 to play in the third period. Randall in for the face-off, wins that one to Gower. Played back to Savory with the shot. On target. Easy save for the goaltender. Randall back in for the draw. Again, win to Gower. He'll play it to the corner. Tries to get it out front. Tornadoes strip it. They'll play that out the far side to the blue line. Roche is there to keep it in. Gets it to Lunny, to Gower. Randall turning and firing, missed just wide. Gower on the rebound. He gets beat behind the net. Tornadoes played up the near side. That was a pass picked off by Randall. Lunny keeps it in the zone. Randall picks up the loose puck. Lets a shot go. Rebound by Gower. Drives for the net. And the Tornadoes goaltender keeps that puck out. Flyers forwards change. Andretti steps in to take the face-off. Come back by the Tornadoes. They'll play it behind the net to the near side. To the blue line and out. Gentil through center in over the left wing of the Flyers zone. Shot from a steep angle off the side of the net. Savory to Kelly at the half boards. Tornadoes chip it in back behind or to the near corner. Andretti. Intended for Kelly. Played across. Roche picks up the loose puck. He'll pass that up to DeCamillis on the right side. DeCamillis lifts it in over the blue line to the far corner. Tornadoes hard around the near wing. Savory at the blue line keeps it in. Sends it back to the corner. Tornadoes at the far side. Roche missed it. That puck will roll back to center ice. Roche back to pick it up. Roche to Savory. Back to Roche. Lifted up through center off the Tornadoes player. Kelly at his blue line, trying to jam it out. Andretti comes up with it. Lays it across to DeCamillis at center ice. He'll get the blue line. Drives through traffic to the corner. DeCamillis still had it for a second. Cleared to the far corner by the Tornadoes. Out the pass. Missed everybody. That'll come back into the Flyers' blue line. Jeffrey Stedman back to collect it in his own end. Lay it across to Felix. Felix up the far wing for Nickel. Nickel gets tripped. And the Tornadoes are going to the box there. 2 minutes for tripping. Face-off. Tornadoes win another face-off. Played around, hard around the boards. Felix at the blue line. Keeps it in. Sends it in deep to Hunter. Across to Telford at the far half boards. Telford plays it behind the net to Hunter. Out front for Nickel. Nickel from a steep angle. Missed the net. Hunter along the near half boards. Spinning, gets it into the corner. Tornadoes slashing at it. They'll hold it along the boards with 1.5 minutes to go in the penalty. Telford, Nickel, and Hunter trying to pull it out. Tornadoes get a piece of it. Felix in deep, picks it up off the boards at the point. Into Hunter. Throws it across. Telford couldn't get the stick down. Telford in the far corner. He takes it in deeper. Tornadoes hard around the glass to the blue line. Felix keeps it in again. Play it across to Lunny in the slot. Lunny misfired. Tornadoes pick up the loose puck and they'll skate it back. Lunny with a good back check. Breaks up that rush. Picks up the puck in the far corner. 52 seconds to go in the Flyers power play. Lunny down the right side. In over the blue line. Running out of real estate. Lunny still with the puck. Lays it back. Telford from the blue line. He throws it on net. Missed just wide. That puck will settle down behind the Tornadoes net. Later on the near wing. Tornadoes up to the right side. Felix at the blue line. Randall Bumps his man, steps in to pick up the loose puck. Randall sends it across to Lunny. Lead pass for Randall. Randall in over the blue line. In front of the net, hits the brakes, lines it up, sends it about 6 feet over the net. Tornadoes out of their zone. They got 2-on-1 in over the Flyers' blue line. Jeffrey Stedman kept it out for a second. Milks dumps his man and holds on to the puck. Two seconds to go in the TNT penalty. Randall steps in to take the face-off. Wins that to the near corner. Sloan behind the net to the far side for Lunny. Lunny picks it up at the half boards, lifts it off the cage. TNT back at the blue line. They'll throw it through traffic. Milks gloves it and holds on for the whistle. Andretti steps in for the face-off. He'll win that back to the far corner. Played behind the net to the near side. Kelly picks it up at the half boards. Steps around a hip check. Tornadoes keep it in the zone. Centering attempt. Played to the far side. DeCamillis with a good back check breaks up that play. DeCamillis at the half boards. Shovels it forward just behind Kelly. That puck will come to the Tornadoes blue line. Kelly in on the forecheck. Battling for it. Gets it in deep. Tornadoes play it off the glass behind the net to the far side. Just under 7 minutes to play in the third period. Tornadoes, Andretti with a good back check. Sloan picks up the loose puck in over the blue line. Dumps it towards the net, right to the Tornadoes player. They'll play it past everybody. Savory picks it up in his own end. Savory off the boards for Andretti. Tornadoes, how is that not offside? Savory up the left side. He'll take it down in over the blue line to the corner, centering. Picked off by the Tornadoes. TNT with possession in their own end. Played to the blue line, out down the left side. In over the Flyers zone. Cuts through the middle. Backhand, gloved by Milks. He holds that for the whistle. And Roche clears out the attacker. .6:13 to go in the third period. Nickel in for the face-off. Wins that one back to Savory in the near corner. Savory has his stick tied up. Nickel steps in to help. Nickel around the boards to Hunter. He gets to the half boards. Tornadoes keep it in deep. Nickel back to Hunter. Nickel steps off the boards with it. Tornadoes bring it right back to the half boards. Tornadoes getting tripped up. No call. Telford picks up the loose puck. He'll skate it down the left wing. Telford through center in over the blue line. Gets the zone. The Tornadoes clear it right back out. Nickel on the loose puck. Chips it down the left side to the half boards. Tornadoes send it to center ice. Savory, Telford, and Nickel battling. Tornadoes come up with it. Telford scoops that, sends it down the far wing. Hunter just overskated, had it on his backhand. Clears the zone as it was lifted in by Telford. Just over 5 minutes to play. Long lead pass to center ice. Tornadoes in over the Flyers blue line. Drop pass. Picked up by Carter Hunter. He'll bring that through center ice. In over the blue line to the near side. Carter Hunter from a steep angle. Hits the goaltender. Picks up the loose puck in the far corner. Centering attempt off a skate. Telford picks it up behind the net. Telford sends it out front for Nickel. His shot missed wide. Tornadoes played up to their blue line. They'll skate it down through center ice and in over the Flyer zone. TNT hits the brakes. Good stick by Felix to get that puck to Jeffrey Stedman to Randall in traffic. Tornadoes keep it back in. Jeffrey Stedman behind his net. Sends it to the far wing for Lunny. Under pressure, Lunny backhands that. Randall picks up the loose puck. He sends it through neutral zone in over the Tornadoes end. Gets a good stick on it. Randall battling for it. Gower picks it up at the blue line, skates around one, muscles his way out front. Randall with the loose puck. Loves. Whoa! That's a stick to the head. And the TNT player's gone for the game, I think. He was ejected from the game. He can't be on the bench. 4:09 to play in the third period. But he's still on the bench. The TNT player gets 5 minutes for cross-checking. So we got 5-on-4 for the remainder of the game. Flyers with an advantage here. Randall on the face-off. Gets that to the far corner. Tornadoes misplay. Randall in his feet. Gower can't pull it out. Tornadoes play to the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman keeps it in. Sends it to Randall. He gets a bit of tripped up. Money misplayed it. Tornadoes send that down the ice. Jeffrey Stedman back to pick it up in the far corner of the Flyers end. Sends it around to Felix in the near corner. Felix back around to Lunny at the half boards. Running out of room. Tornadoes steer that towards the net. Milks gloves it. Holds on for the whistle with 3.5 minutes to play in the third period. Randall back in for the draw. Won that clean. Savory wasn't ready for the pass, but it happened. He turns, fires it to the near corner for Gower. Randall picks up the loose puck at the half board, skates up through center, in over the Tornadoes blue line, but lost it there. TNT off the glass. Savory at the blue line. Couldn't hold on to it. Lunny at center. He'll take it around the far side. Gets center ice and dumps it into the zone. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Gower to Savory. Back into Gower at the half boards. He fires that on net. Tornadoes cleared out to the outside. Off the board, Savory pinching. Sends it back in towards the net. TNT back in off the boards. Savory through traffic. Hops over Lunny's stick. Goes to the far corner. His centering pass. And the face-off comes just outside the Tornado zone. Savory on the draw, plays that to the far side. DeCamillis. DeCamillis in the far corner. Behind, tries to wrap around. DeCamillis behind the net. He gets bumped. Andrade gets run over. DeCamillis comes up with the puck. Gets it to the near corner. Tornadoes on it. DeCamillis got away with one there. Kelly pressuring Andrade with the puck in his feet. Lifts that towards the net. DeCamillis picks it up behind the net. Kelly in the far corner. DeCamillis steps in with Andrade. And that'll get a whistle. Swimming, synchronized diving. Looks like it's offsetting Miners. Nickel in for the face-off. 2:05 to play in the third period. Still 5-on-4. Nickel in for the face-off. Nickel wins the draw, plays it back to Lunny. Lunny winds up, lets a shot go, but that doesn't make it to the net. Clear down the right side. Felix back in his own end to pick it up. Sends it across for Lunny. Lunny to the near wing for Hunter. Hunter in over the blue line down the left side. Thrown on net, loose puck. Nickel overskated it. Felix pinching in deep. Telford with the quick shot, kept out by the Thunder's goal, or the Tornadoes goaltender. Back to Lunny at the half boards. He winds up, doesn't get all of it, and the Thunder, or Tornadoes, cleared up through center. Lunny back to pick it up. Flyers with the empty net. Telford at the half boards. Randall in over the blue line. Randall walking in, shoots. He scores. Flyers goal scored by number 13, Logan Randall. 1:17 to play in the third period. Nickel steps in to take the face-off. Milk's back in the net. Nickel wins the draw. Lunny picks it up. He'll bring it down the right side to the far corner. Lunny still with the puck behind the net. Tries to play it out the near side. Comes to the corner. Thunder, or Tornadoes, sorry, play that down into the Flyers territory. Felix back to pick it up in the corner. Felix behind his net. 50 seconds to go in the third period. Felix down the right side, in over the blue line. Randall streaks towards the net. Felix in the corner, plays it out front for Nickel. Doesn't get the shot off. Thunder, or Tornadoes, send that down. Back into the Flyers territory. Lunny back to collect it. Let's move. 30 seconds to go in the period. Lunny to Randall. Almost picked off. Telford off the referee's skate. Broken up by the Tornadoes at the blue line. Tornadoes shot. Missed just wide. Felix picks up the loose puck. 18 seconds to go. Played across to Lunny. Lunny to Telford. Telford across. Hunter winds up, lets a shot go in the mask again. Nickel charging. Bit of a scrum with 5.4 seconds to go in the third period. Nickel in for the face-off. Back Hunter plays it around the boards. That will do it for the game. I'd be interested to see the number of the kid that was ejected, but